Good morning, good morning. The world will say hello to you. Good morning to you. Yeah, it's the oneth of the 21st. New. As opposed to, it's a happy new year with tidings of. It just really is weird, isn't it? It's like we ask ourselves all these questions, or, okay, I'm going to go back. Wow. I ask myself all these questions. It's like, why? Why does this happen to these people in this world? And what there's only one real question. Just watching a plane going across the sky in the distance, leaving a huge trail of white in a beautiful blue sky. Why? You see, I've raised two brilliant and beautiful girls who are out in the world, between the ages of sort of like 1 and 7 or 8 years old. They were constantly asking why, and I'd like to know if anybody has an answer to that question. Why? When you try and get a child to do something and it's not interested. There's another plane going across the sky. A lot of planes around this morning. I'm quite close to Burbank Airport. No distractions. Squirrel. Okay. You try and get a child to do something. You go, hey, come on, I need you to come inside right now. Why? You go, oh, well, because it's getting dark and cold, and I want to bring you in from the dark and the cold so as we can, eat dinner. Why? And they keep going, and they keep going, and they keep going. I don't think I ever grew out of that myself. I was trying to teach my children, and it would be very frustrating because obviously you're trying to pass your wisdom, if there is any. Wisdom's a funny word. Pass your experience on to them without being too dictatorial. I won't do it because I say so. It's weird. It's so. Here I am asking my children to do something, and why? And yet I'm still asking, 64 years old, young, still asking the same question. Why? One of the guys I talked to this morning whilst I was cooking my very nice breakfast, was reading some news article from his laptop, and it was about, good. He was paraphrasing an article that was allowing him to go to a place where he wants to go, as long as he got vaccinated, had a digital passport, and took a test prior to flying and after flying when he got there to make sure he wasn't diseased. with this. I can't help myself. This is a veil that has to be lifted. So I said to my friend, I said, "Do you really want to go there?" And he's like, "Yeah, when I'm ready." And I'm like, "Well, that should be your answer. You're a free man. You should be able to go wherever you want, whatever you want." And he said, "Yeah, but all these restrictions." I'm like, "Yeah, okay. That's like living a permission-based life. Why are you asking permission? If you really want to go there, go there. I mean, there's ways around it." There are rules and regulations that are being tightened and tightened and tightened. And the more people obey the rules and regulations, the more we become outsiders to that because we're choosing freedom. And he went, "What?" Come on, somebody join me and ask me why. Ask me why, and I will tell you. I will tell you why. I don't know. Do I feel sad about the situation we've got humanity into by following fools? Yeah, I feel sad about that. I even, when the beginning of last year, 2020, beginning of last year, I was like, okay, I want to go to visit my family in the UK, and I didn't. The reason I didn't was financial. Mostly, I wasn't able to because I couldn't afford it. And then things happened that we all know about. Another plane is painting a white stripe in the sky. Details. Give me details. Why are they painting the white stripes in the sky again? Okay. I didn't go to England. I didn't go to UK. One, it was financially very difficult for me to go because I wasn't earning very much money from the thing I love doing. So I couldn't go. And then events happened, global events that affected my family. One of which was very sad after my father died. And I used as an excuse the restrictions because I realized and recognized how much use I would be by actually being at the funeral of my father. I mean, I'd love to have been there to support my beautiful sister and brother and my mum, just to hold them. But at that time, people weren't even like sure whether we could hug each other. I mean, to say that it's not a mess would be stupid. To say that I don't agree with the mess and I want to help get rid of the mess, that's more productive. The most important place for me to be on this beautiful planet right now is close to my children. Even though they're 20 and 18 and have made their own minds up about who they are and what they are for now. I mean, we all should keep questioning who am I? That's the one big question. I'm not going to get philosophical or too deep with that, but the only real question we should have is, who am I? That's an opinion of mine anyway. But so to be close to my two daughters who are still somewhat vulnerable in this world, due to the major manipulation that's going on in this world. Luckily, my oldest daughter has a boyfriend who is, although well informed and knowledgeable, he's quite young and inexperienced in this world, but he sees this spectre. Oh, that's a good word, isn't it? Spectre. This spectre of control, hanging around in the horizon and trying to manipulate our humanity. He sees that spectre. I mean, he's a bit of a dark. He's a bit pessimistic about it all. So that's the other thing. It's like, you know, our perception. It's so bright out today. It's beautiful. The wind is blowing the trees. No, our perception, how we see what's going on and how we deal with what's going on. You know, you've got to make the second step. So it's like the first step, how we see and perceive what it is, how we deal with it is completely different. So yeah, it's good my daughter has her boyfriend that she's very devoted to and she loves very much, and he's aware of this control system becoming, or trying to become, more powerful, and being a witness to many people who think it's there to help them is kind of sad, and I acknowledge that sadness. But taking yourself from that equation and going, well, who am I within this? How do I safeguard my loved ones and not confront and give power to the spectre of control? That's a really complex dance, and it's a very important dance. I think that we have to dance with the devil in order to fool the devil into believing that the piper, you know, is playing the tune we want, and then we can start writing the tune we want. I've already started writing the tune. I started when I was very young. I've already written and I'm writing constantly the tune I want to dance to. And that's something we mustn't forget, is we can call the shots. Some people call me arrogant. Some people call me Maurice. Some call me the gangster of love. What is that song? That's a funny song. Songs come up to me all the time. I'm losing my train of thought. That's because I chuckle. Oh yeah, some people call me arrogant. Quite a lot of people call me arrogant. I'm okay with it because I know you know, this is not about my skin encapsulated ego, although I have one. I don't work for it, it works for me. And I use my personality, my ambition, my desire, my love, my peace to advance myself against the tide of time and space. Wow, I wish I could repeat that. Actually, I can listen to it back. I'm recording this, I think. So, I'm going to use some long words. I like that. Logical progressives. Logical progressives. The trouble with logical progressives is we end up automated, but it all becomes a logistic, a statistic of that's what happened, so this will happen, and it's like, no, if that's what happened doesn't mean this is going to happen. That and this are different. That's projection. If it's going to be a new year, then it doesn't have to repeat the old year, does it? Children, do you hear what I'm saying? God, I'm having a laugh this morning. I'm so glad you've all joined me in the chat room on this beautiful new day in the new world with the new year and the new... Oh, stop. There's nobody there. You're talking to a screen. What are you doing? Who the hell do you think you are? You're so arrogant. Oh, that cough is strong. It needs to be. Just recently, I haven't been able to sleep at my scheduled 7, 8, whatever, 6, 7, 8 hours. It's been less, and that's promoting what my digital friend Michelle told me yesterday. It's promoting naps. So take a nap. I did take a nap yesterday, and it was funny. I took an hour's nap, and I woke more refreshed from that hour's nap than the night's sleep. So I must have needed it. I have a very, very narrow chink in my armor. What was that from? Look through the chink in my wall. Oh my gosh. Just flashed back to being 10 years old and playing the part of Bottom in Midsummer Night's Dream. Shakespeare. Which was probably not Shakespeare. Somebody else wrote it, but who cares? I do. A reoccurring theme. A reoccurring theme. Oh, hello, JJ. How you doing? I need your help. My friend Punia is a heroin addict. Can you give him some advice? Yeah. Stop taking fucking heroin, you twat. Okay. I'm so sorry. There is poison in the water. Love is the strongest force in the world. And if you love your friend Punia, you will do everything you can, JJ, to make sure that they get the support that they can whilst they kick that hideous addiction. Okay? Love them so much that that will become their addiction. Make love their addiction, not heroin. And I am so sorry. And my initial bark was because I've got a little mischievous devil inside me today that just makes me want to say stupid shit. So I'm sorry that I said that, but love them so much, JJ. Make the love the replacement for the addiction, and allow them to become addicted to universal love. Allow that to happen. It replaces all other addictions because it's the strongest. It's our strongest emotion. It's our strongest. It's not even an emotion. It's our strongest motivation. Many people have beaten heroin addiction in many different ways. I'm going to say something because that's very serious. Why? Can you give some advice? Think of your body as a temple. You know, not just physical, but like your body is a room in which you live, and you don't want anybody else coming into that room that is uninvited. You know, has to be an invited guest. So then you have to start looking at the people in and out of your temple and go, no, not you, heroin. You're not invited. This is my world. You know, there are solid objects, but most of those are projected solid objects. I'm going to go really esoteric, JJ, because sometimes people, when they open the doors of perception by taking a substance, they've already allowed somebody into that temple or something into that temple that they didn't know was coming in. It's a bit like this vaccine that they're promoting right now. There's an uninvited guest. I mean, I'm not saying there's not good medicine. There's good medicine for this flu. But the best medicine is within you and your temple, within the bigger structure. So in a more esoteric way, you just don't want to put things in you unless you're aware of what they are. I just put 2 eggs, thin slice of cheese, and 2 pieces of gluten-free bread, toasted, lightly toasted. Oh, and some beans in tomato sauce into me. I know what that does to my body. I just put a little bit of coffee, it's a bit strong today, into my body. I'm aware of what that does to my body. So it's this awareness of what you're allowing into your temple, this peripheral temple too, but specifically this temple. So that's my advice, is tell him to, or her, to learn to love the life you are and stop punishing it by inviting bad guests into your party. This is your party. Fill it with love and light. This is for Punya. Punya, life is a precious gift. Don't waste it. Live, love, life. You, Punya, are a very powerful and beautiful and brilliant person. Your life is a precious gift. Use it wisely and get rid of the demons. Get rid of the demons. Get rid of them. They don't serve you. You think they do, but they don't. Okay. There you go. Was that any good, JJ? I did my best. Any good? I'm not a counselor. I'm not a guru. I'm not a Jedi warrior. I'm just a messenger. I have words. I have messages. I make music. I make art. The difference between being called by many, some I allow into my temple, which is fun, the fun part, but they're at a distance. And then some of them call me arrogant, and I always think of that as being like, it's just the way I carry myself. It's not ego-based arrogance. This is confidence of experience. I'm confident of the experiences I've had, and I use those experiences to continue to not make the same mistakes over and over and over. All right. Is there anybody else out there who would like to ask me a question? Because that wasn't really a question. It was a plea for help, and I was okay with that. Wow, I've gone almost half an hour of talking to the screen. And JJ. It took me a long time to be able to sit completely silently. And to quell the monkey brain, the mindless chatter, and be able to access spaces within the temple where I can just sit and be. And understanding it is important to me. There's an alarm off. Don't know what that was for. Maybe it was to tell me that it's a beautiful day. And I belong to a beautiful race on a beautiful planet in a beautiful solar system. And the only real law is cosmic law. The only real beauty is the beauty you witness. And the only thing you witness is what you perceive to be real. So cosmic consciousness, God, is real. Don't know what you call yours. That's very unusual. Actually, it's later in the day than I normally do these little chats to the screen. I'm noticing a lot more planes, but that's probably because I'm not normally looking out of the window at this time of day. So I'm quite close to an airport. So this is the 1st of January. I've done so much this year. I tried podcasting, I tried writing and blogging. I've tried video blogging. I've tried many ways to keep active in my interaction from my enforced view due to the spectre of control. I'll write that one down. That looms on the horizon. So I've been reaching out to a lot of people in lots of different ways. Lots and lots of new friends because of it. And I think that's good. I think that's very important. I have a friend who rejects technology because they think that it's evil. And I said, it's not technology, it's the people that use it. Or the entities, I don't know, maybe there are. But it's all about intentions. And yes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. No, it's not. True intentions, truly good intentions. I've never wanted anything but love. Peace comes from love. All the things that come from love. So that's all I've ever wanted. So that is my intention when I set out on my path. Yeah. Everything else is a discovery, an adventure. And I just want to end this now because I want to go outside because it looks so beautiful. All right. I love you, and I'm going to leave you with this, and I'm going to try and find some of the links to some of the recordings I did in early 2020 because they must be music and art in my, I mean, there's so much music and art in my world. All right. I'm going to sign out. Ooh. There it is. Love, live, life. One thing. Love, live, life. Life, love, live. That's, do what you have to do to make love your priority in 2021. Love you all. Peace. My friend Gary does that. Peace. It's like, yeah, but really comes from love.